Hello student, next topic is combination of capacitor. In the combination of capacitor, the first combination we have series. When we say the combination is series, when the positive plate of the negative plate of first capacitor is connected to the positive plate of next capacitor, then this is known as series combination of capacitor. When negative plate of capacitor of first capacitor is connected to positive plate of next capacitor, then it is called series combination. How will we connect? Suppose we have a capacitor. The notification of capacitor is the equal line. Equal line separated by a small distance. This is the notification of capacitor. And so this is the positive plate and this is negative plate of the first capacitor. Here the positive Q charge and here the negative Q charge. As we are combined in the series combination, then charge on all the combination, all the capacitor will be same. The next capacitor having capacitance C, the positive plate of next capacitor is connected to the negative plate of first capacitor. Minus Q. Suppose we have considered three capacitor of capacitance C1, C2, C3. As the capacitance is the property of specific capacitor, means the area of cross-section area of plate, the distance between the plate and the medium between the plates. So we can consider the capacitance of first capacitor is C1, the capacitance of second capacitor is C2 and the capacitance of third capacitor is C3. And we have the series combination of the capacitor and apply V voltage across the combination. V and apply V potential across the combination. Then definitely this V potential is divided into three parts. Suppose the V1 is across this, V2 across this and V3 across this. As this is the series combination, charge will be same, but the capacitance is the property of individual capacitor, it may be changed. Now consider three capacitor of capacitance C1, C2 and C3 in series combination and connected to V potential difference. Then V is equal to, as we have C is equal to Q upon V. Then V1 across the potential difference across the first capacitor, as V1 is equal to Q upon C. And here we have taken the charge on the all the capacitor is same. It means Q upon C1 is the potential across the first capacitor. V2 is equal to Q upon C2. V3 is equal to Q upon C3. These are the potential difference across the individual capacitor. Now we will add up these three capacitor potential difference, and it should be equal to the sum of these three potential difference should be equal to the applied total potential difference. Now V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Here we can say as the sum of three potential. If we are connected four capacitor, then this potential difference is divided into four part. Here we have connected three capacitor, means this V is divided into three part. Now put the values of individual potential difference. V is equal to Q upon C1 plus Q upon C2 plus Q upon C3. Now let us assume that effective capacitance of the combination is capital C and the total potential is V. Then if effective of combination is C, then V is equal to Q upon C. As the total charge Q which can throw, it means here the charge on the combination is Q and the effective resistance is C, then we can write V is equal to Q upon C, where C is the effective resistance of, we can write here C as this is the series combination. Now put the value of V in this equation. We have now we have Q upon C is equal to Q upon C1 plus Q upon C2 plus Q upon C3. Take the common term Q, then we have Q upon C is equal to Q 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3. These Q are cancel out. Then 1 upon C is equal to 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3. This is the relation for effective resistance of series combination. Here we can write as this is the series combination. It is clear when we have the effective resistance of series resistors, then we have R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 and up to n term. If we have R resistance in parallel combination, then we have this type of relation as 1 upon R effective is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3 up to n term. Such as it means this type of relation we have in parallel combination of resistors. And we know in the parallel combination of resistor, the effective resistance will decrease, and here from this relation it is clear the effective capacitance will decrease. Or C series is equal to C1, C2, C3 upon C1, C2 plus C2, C3 plus C3, C1. Therefore, effective capacitance will decreases. Got it? This is the effective resistance for a combination of series capacitors. Now the second we will do for the parallel combination of capacitors. Parallel combination. As we know, in parallel combination, the potential across all the capacitor remains same. And what is the parallel combination? When all the positive plates of capacitor are connected at one point and all the negative plates of capacitors are connected at other point, then this combination is known as parallel combination. When positive plates of all capacitors are connected at one point and negative plates of all capacitors are connected at other point, then it is said to be parallel combination of capacitors. Got it? Suppose we have 3 capacitors and all have plus Q1 minus Q1 plus Q2 minus Q2 plus Q3 minus Q3. As there is a parallel combination, means the individual plates of all the capacitor can take other than second capacitor charge. Here we have taken the charge for first plate is plus Q and 1 and minus Q1. The charge on second plate is plus Q2 and minus Q2. The charge on third plate is plus Q3 and minus Q3. And all the positive plates of all the capacitor connected at one point. A, B. All the positive plates of all the capacitor are connected at A point and all the negative plates of all capacitor are connected at B point. Now applying capital V potential difference across the combination, then it is clear that all the capacitor have equal to V potential difference. This potential V is applied across these point. It means it is received by this, it is received by this, and it is received by this. All the 3 capacitor have equal potential difference V. Now consider three capacitors having capacitance C1, C2 and C3 are in parallel combination. Then what they have different? They have different charges Q, and the total charge which is from here, as the total current is divided into three parts. It means what is divided? Suppose the total charge is Q which is flowing, and it is divided into three parts, Q1, Q2, Q3. Now we will write the expression for the Q1, Q2, Q3. What we have Q1? As we have C is equal to Q upon V, then Q is equal to CV. Then Q1 is equal to C1V, as V remains same for three capacitors. Q2 is equal to C2V. Q3 is equal to C3V. And these three charges get together gives us the total charge Q, as Q is divided into three parts, Q1, Q2, Q3. As Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3, then Q1 is equal to C1V plus C2V plus C3V. This is equal to Q. Let us assume the effective capacitance of combination is C. Then total charge Q, total potential V, and total capacitance C gives the relation Q is equal to CV. Put the value this in the equation 1. We have CV is equal to C1V plus C2V plus C3V. Take the common term. Common term is V. V is equal to V C1 plus C2 plus C3. Cancel out the V. C is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. Yes. This is the resultant capacitance of the combination of three capacitors having capacitance C1, C2, C3. It is clear from this relation, this is like as when three resistors are in series combination. And now we taken the three capacitors in parallel combination. It is clear from these two derivations that the relation like as series combination of capacitor is series combination of resistors is similar as parallel combination of capacitor, and the relation for parallel combination of resistors is similar as series combination of capacitors. Now the next topic is energy stored in charged capacitor. When we charge a capacitor, then how much work we have done on it, and this work is stored as the potential energy of capacitor. Now we will do next derivation for the potential energy of capacitor. When we charge a capacitor, we store the charge on the plates of capacitor, and during this process we have to do work, and this work is stored as the potential energy of capacitor. We will assume let we have a capacitor having charge plus Q and minus Q on the plates, then the potential difference between the of capacitor, potential we can say only, the potential of capacitor is given by V is equal to C into Q. Got it? C is equal to Q upon V. Then C is equal to, no, we are writing Q upon C. This is the potential of a capacitor having charge plus Q and minus Q, and the capacitance is C. It means we have already done work to charge it by giving the charge Q. Now, how can we find how much amount of work we have done? We will increase the charge by delta Q amount on the plate and find the work, a small amount of work, delta W. Then we have the small amount of work, delta W. Then we integrate it from 0 to Q, means how much work we have done to 0 to Q. If we have done the work to charge dQ is this. Got it? Let's do. If delta Q charge is given to this capacitor, then work done is dW is equal to V into dQ. It we have already know relation. Work done is equal to potential at the place into charge which is moved. This is the relation for work to move a delta Q charge at the place where the potential is V. Now, put the value of V. dW is equal to Q upon C dQ. This is the work done to bring delta Q charge. For now total work done to give the charge Q to the plates of capacitor is, what we will do, W is equal to 0 to Q dW. इंटीग्रेट करेंगे, dW की वैल्यू पुट कर दीजिए, 0 to Q, what we have dW, Q upon C dQ. And when we consider any capacitor, then definitely C will be not changed until and unless we replace it by other charge having different area of plates, different distance between the plate and different material between the plates. Then C behave as a constant. We will take outside the integration 0 to Q, Q dQ. What we have after integrated? W is equal to 1 upon C, and integration of Q is Q square upon 2, and what we have limit 0 to Q. First we have to write the upper limit, then minus lower limit. Lower limit is 0. 1 upon C is equal to q square upon 2, or W is equal to half q square upon c. This work is stored as potential energy of capacitor. Then I will write in place of W capital U. This is the sign of potential energy. Half q square upon c. When we will put the value of q is equal to cv. Then we have u is equal to half c v square. This is the potential energy in terms of q and c. This is the potential energy in terms of c and v. And if we put here in place of c q upon v, then we have c is equal to 1 upon 2 q v. C is equal to q upon v. Yes. Now the next topic is